Hello students, let us start the next part of our lesson. There are some plants which are non-green in color. Non-green plants, that means they do not have the chlorophyll. They are unable to make their own food. So from where do they get their nutrition? Like animals and human beings, they also depend on other organisms for their food. And they use heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Today we are going to learn about other modes of nutrition in plants. So some of the plants, they show heterotrophic mode of nutrition. I'll show you a picture of a plant. There is a tree on which that is yellow slender tubular structure which is turning around the tree. This is the tree on which that is this yellow slender tubular structure which are turning around. This yellow structure, actually this is a plant which is growing on this tree. The name of this plant is Cuscuta or amarbel, and it is growing on the plant. From this plant they are taking their nutrition. So they are taking the nutrition from the host body. They take the nutrition. So it is an example of a parasitic plant. Actually these plants have got the suckers which are called the hysteria. So they insert this in the body of the host plant and suck the nutrients from their body, and as they are living on the body of the host plant and deriving their nutrition. So this is an example of a parasite. It is a parasitic plant. They show the mode of nutrition, that is parasitic mode of nutrition. Cuscuta or amarbel is the example of it. So it is a heterotrophic mode of nutrition, one of this which we have seen now. Another one, some of the plants, they can eat animals. These are a few plants which can trap insects and digest them. Isn't it amazing? We have heard about that is animals take the plants as their food, but there are some plants which can take the animals as their food. Such plants may be green or some other color. Let us see the plant. This is an example of the plant which takes the insect as the food. The name of the plant is pitcher plant, showing lead and pitcher. See this plant, it has got the leaves which are green in color, but the tip or apex of the tip of the leaf which is modified into a pitcher. This is the diagram of a pitcher. The pitcher has got a lid. When insects sit on this lid, they close the lid, and inside the pitcher there are hairs. These insects get entangled in the hairs. They cannot come out of this pitcher. The plant pour the digestive juices in it and digest it. They have got green colored leaves, but then too they take the insects as their food. What is the reason? Actually these plants grow in the soil. It is deficient of nitrogen. They do not get enough nitrogen. So to fulfill their nitrogen requirement, they have to take the insects. From the insects they get the nitrogen. So one of the examples of insectivorous plant, that is pitcher plant. Other examples, Venus flytrap, sundew, drosera. These plants also take the insects as their food. And as the leaves are green in color, so they can make their own food. But for a particular nutrient, they depend on the animals. So they can be said as partial heterotroph. That means partially they are depending on other organisms for their nutrition. So they can be said as partial heterotroph. So today we have learnt about two examples of heterotrophic mode of nutrition in plants. One is parasitic, example Cuscuta or amarbel, and other insectivorous plants, they are partial heterotrophs. Examples, pitcher plant, Venus flytrap, sundew, drosera. Today up to this much. Thank you children.